Well, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. On today's episode, well, I know about as much as you know, because not knowing is apparently knowing.
Yes. Not knowing is knowing.
All I got was a text that said, this is the subject.
Just these guys, today.
We got Dr. Parker.
We got Pastor Mike going to talk about how not knowing stuff is knowing stuff.
I like that. I've lived my whole life knowing that the more I know, the less I actually know.
Hey, see, you're on the right track here. Boom.
And you said something about believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, lay it on us.
That's about as easy to remember as George Bush's famous "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on Tom." I don't know.
Yeah.
Couple things before we hit the main topic.
Mm-hmm.
Weigh in, Mike.
This
is the scale. It's the scale.
I even had Doc change the battery.
We changed the battery on the scale. Something's wrong with the scale. We're gonna get a new scale.
In my weighted underwear, I'm 219.8 is what it said.
It's because you haven't gone to the restroom yet today.
5 pounds to the north. Yeah. I'm back to the Jim Gaffigan whale. This is mostly water weight.
Honey, light a candle.
We are on a roller coaster.
Going to the back.
Yeah, I'll holler back at you later.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how this is coming off.
Well, and now there's the strangest thing. I'm down. What did I say earlier? 189.
5 pounds down.
5.6 pounds down.
This is when I said, there's got to be something wrong with this. It changed the battery.
Yeah.
Nope. It was right.
We changed it. And I know it's probably a $20 Aldi's scale, but I've kept it because we've been weighing on it.
Sure.
So it's the same measuring tool.
Right.
But we'll get a better scale, see what's going on.
Yeah, I'll shed it somehow. I mean, it's go time.
Yeah.
I got 1 month.
You got 1 month.
1 month. 1 month, 2 days.
Put on the black trash bag and go running.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to be
like a wrestling match.
Dripping wet for a while.
And then again, before we hit I know you guys hate when we do this, but we do it every week. So this comes around once in a while in my mind. I've been thinking, do we need to keep doing this?
Right.
It's been 3 years. Maybe we target 200 and we call it good. And
sure.
Then we just got a library of these things out there.
Yeah.
Well, last week you sent me a text as I'm thinking, do we even need to be doing this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the oddest 2 degrees of separation. Your cousins are out house hunting or breaking into people's backyards, looking at gardening.
Yeah, they're building the house.
Yeah.
And so they were going around looking at different examples of different landscaping.
And just so happened to trespass
apparently
into the backyard of a couple whose son had worked for your cousin 20 years ago.
As an intern.
Mm-hmm. And went on to become an engineer, started his own company, sold it for billions of dollars, and now works out of Michigan, very famously on this podcast known as Colin.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible, intelligent human being who's now a pilot.
Nice.
Trained himself to fly a plane.
Oh, that's cool.
Not only did he train himself to fly a plane, but he bought one and then rebuilt it.
Yeah. Just a normal weekend project.
Yeah. I don't like these avionics. I'm going to go. So, yeah, this intelligent human being who then turns around and texts his former mentor, your cousin, about how great this podcast has been.
Yeah, and ruined our out.
Yeah. I was like, getting ready to slide out of here. Goes Colin. And then I get a text from somebody in Australia, our little world traveler, who been traveling all over this globe on a whim. 1, 2, 3, pew, out. And has been to many different countries now. Sent a text saying, "Hey, I've been listening to the podcast. It helps keep me grounded."
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So how do you quit now?
I know. And we've got a listener. He's just such an encourager. Big E, I call him Big E, Eric, Mr. Hogan. He's always saying, "Dude, you guys are killing it on the podcast." And I'm sitting there going,
"Oh, and and then another guy out of Kansas City, I was talking to him last week, and he said, y'all's podcast there, I've been watching them YouTube videos, and I've been going around to all my coworkers and showing them your videos, and that's my doc, that's him. You gotta watch this." And he speaks just like that.
This is how he talks.
That's how he talks.
Wow. I got to meet this guy. So anyway, thank you all for the encouragement.
So we will keep on.
Yeah.
This won't be the last show.
We'll do a few more for the summer and see what happens. So not knowing is knowing.
I thought I'd hit you with this and just kind of let you kind of respond. Has it really been 14 minutes? Wow.
Yep.
We're rambling.
Well, we were lollygagging at the beginning before we even officially
with the way
started.
in. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, how many times have you met somebody who says something with just such conviction and for a fact they are 100% wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And, I know this. And they make some declarative statement. And in my mind, I'm like, do they not read? Do they not decide to research anything, look at anything, question anything?
Right.
And the idea of not knowing is knowing kind of flowed from my life. The quote I gave you about believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's from my mother.
Ah.
She used to say that all the time. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
And the message was that I didn't get at the time. I just thought she was wackadoodle, but was questioning everything.
And that was before social media.
It was before social media. It was before all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was whatever you're reading, whatever somebody says, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Believe half of what you see because you don't know what came before. You don't know what came after. And none of what you hear. People are wrong all the time. People have motives, good motives, bad motives to say things, to spin things a certain way. And if somebody says something and that intrigues you, you go find out.
Yeah.
Don't just take their word for it.
Yeah. Well, the problem with the whole thing is that we have just accepted as a society that there's more than one truth. So it just depends on what angle you're coming from. Let's look at politics.
Yeah.
Just as the example, whatever side you're on, the truth is going to be different. And it's crazy. Yeah, you can't believe anything.
Well, and that's the problem with that statement is we've twisted the reality. There's only one truth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your perspective, your opinion, your beliefs, your values, what's important to you, those may differ.
Right.
But just because it's important to you doesn't make it a quote unquote truth.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I hear that all the time. My truth is like, no, that's your opinion.
Right.
It's, let's be real here so we can deal with what's going on. And I run into that a lot is people will say things with, absolute certainty and they're wrong, but they believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And it never, I was telling people in a seminar last week, the best answer you can start any response in your mind, or the best answer to start everything off with is, I don't know. Whatever, if somebody asks you something, if you think of something, the first thing that should pop into your mind is, I don't know.
It's good.
Because if you say, I don't know, then that compels you to now find out.
Mm-hmm. Or at least thoughtfully process it.
Here's a good example. A couple of them. I'll throw them out real quick. A guy in that seminar pointed out that the food pyramid was never based on science. The thing we lived under for 20, 30, 40 years, the big pyramid with wheats and barley at the bottom and, meats at the top.
Yep.
that was the pet project of a gentleman who absolutely hated meat, loved wheat, loved bread products, and he set about in a kind of a political hailstorm of pushing this food pyramid on everybody until he finally got himself into position and got the government in position to endorse it. And, I don't know if he had monetary connections to the wheat industry or whatever, but it was never based on any science. It was just his opinion about this would be the best way to approach a diet. And then he foisted that up on the entire United States. There was never any scientific proof behind it as being the best way. And it was supposed to help with heart condition and stuff, and heart conditions worsened over the years. It was just never a challenge, never, that's what it's supposed to be. And more people are dying of hearts, and let's give them more LDLs and whatever the drugs are to thin out your blood. And no.
And it turns out breakfast is not the most important meal of the day.
But another one, and if, the listener right now, they want to challenge me, serotonin has zero to do with depression. And I've known this, I've been screaming for 25 years that serotonin has nothing to do with depression, period. You don't believe me? Pick up your phone, turn us off for a second, go to Google and ask this question into the Google, because the AI will now answer you. Is there any scientific evidence to support the theory that low levels of serotonin causes depression? Ask Google AI that question. Google AI will go out and look at all the research available on the internet, and it will come back, and the first word in that answer will be no.
No, yeah. You had me do that here a few weeks ago. Yeah.
But how many people believe that? And nobody questions it. And if you listen to those TV commercials, they're very deceptive. I would say deceptive. They're deceptive, but they're very slick, because what you're seeing is a very happy person smiling. But what the words are saying is that our drug may help. May's got to be in there. It's a legal reason. Why are they saying may? I don't know. Well, let's go find out why they're saying a may. And as you start going down that rabbit hole and looking at all the research, which I've done for 25 years, there is no scientific, we don't even know if serotonin's related to mood. It was a theory. And then the theory was a nice way to describe what they guessed was going on. They thought the drug seemed to help. So then they theorized why they may help. And then they flipped the script and presented the idea that low levels of serotonin cause depressed mood. But the language is so slick and so deceptive that you hear them say it and you think it's a fact and you walk off saying it. But the words never say that for 100%. And there's a reason. Why is the reason? I don't know. Now go find out.
Yep. The number of drug commercials on TV just tells you everything you need to know. We're just going to go with the easy out.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out serotonin is the scapegoat, so we're going to go after the serotonin. And you got to take these drugs and all these drugs. And then they squeeze out all those it may do this, it may do that. It may cause a rash between the anus and genitals. It's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
May cause anal leakage.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But we all just sit there and take it in.
And
and pray that the doc will prescribe this to us.
We pull out of it what we're kind of wanting to hear, and really, start from. And I get that from Dr. Fujinaka, and it was so funny because I first took his class, and he was so annoying with this question, with this answer, and he had two things that he always hammered you with. Well, the first thing he did was when you took his class, day one, you had to put everything under the desk. He would pass out a test, and you would take the test, and you had to pass it all back up, and he kind of militant about making sure that you had nothing around. And once the test was back up, he had everything back. And then when he'd get it up, he would grade it, and then he'd hand it back out. And he would tell you at that point, you just took the final exam. So if you fail this class, I don't want to hear, I didn't know that was going to be on the test.
Yeah.
You just took the test.
Yeah.
And then however well you just did on the test should guide how well, how much you study and what you need to study going forward. Like, holy crap, he just gave us the final test. And then in class, he would tell you, read the book 5 times, read the chapter 5 times, and he gave you the SQ3R method for studying: scan, write questions, read to understand, read to know, read to answer your questions, and then you will know the information. And so in class, there were 2 answers he gave all the time. One, Dr. Fujinaka, I was reading the other day that serotonin causes depression, and his response to every single question was, we don't know. No, research says that there's an 80% probability that this is related to that. And he would go on, but every answer began with, we don't know. And that set you up to now kind of look and listen in what is the information saying to us, because we don't know any facts. We don't know any real truths. And that's where faith comes in. We don't know for a fact. So we have faith.
Right.
And we believe in that which is unseen.
Yep.
We don't know forces you to look in and to dig in and to find out, try to find out.
Yep.
And the second thing he would always say is, Doc, this week's topic is, neuropsychology, and how does the brain, and he would say, did you read the chapter? Well, no. Okay, go read the chapter and then come back and ask a question. And you're like, oh. And then some smart act would come in and say, hey, Doc, what is social psychology? What's that all about? Did you read the chapter? Yes, I did. I still didn't quite understand what it meant. Did you read it 5 times?
Yep.
No. Read the chapter 5 times, then come back.
He's one of those people that just doesn't allow you to decide. You're just not going to think.
Right.
You're just not going to put any effort in. But it's much easier to just believe what you see, believe what you read, and not have to even think about, maybe this isn't right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when people don't know, that means they're now positioned to begin to know.
Sure. Yep.
Always question.
It's good. Good. And the ultimate benefit being?
I don't know. Knowledge, wisdom.
Exactly. Knowledge that turns into wisdom once you put that knowledge into action.
And in your business, it deepens our faith.
Mm-hmm.
When we don't know, we have to go ask questions of people who may have a better odds of knowing, or we may have to actually pick up the book and read it. What does it actually say?
Right.
When we don't know, we've got to go find the answer, or try to find the answer. Yep. And then that's when the whole faith thing starts to kick in.
Yep. And that's the beauty of the Tuesday evening Bibles and barbecues. We get to not know together. 9035 West Central, 6 p.m. Tuesdays, Wichita, Kansas. Come by and have some free food and get your body fed and your soul fed. Feed the body, feed the soul. Thank you, Doc. Not knowing is knowing. What do y'all think about that? That's right. So go read. Go question everything. Ask, seek, knock. Ye shall find. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Colin. Jessica. Yes, sir. Big E. Damon. Marcy. And Mr. Cummings. Eric. So many people out there. See ya.